I'm good, Michael. How are you? Alright, let's get this interview started. I was born on May 7th, 1812 in Camberwell, England. Growing up was a challenge with plenty of studying that would consume me. I had one younger sister named Sariana. I was a proficient reader and writer by the age of 5. After attending private school, I realized I had a strong dislike for the school environment. I was homeschooled by tutors in music, drawing, dancing, and horsemanship, and was strongly influenced by my father and mother. By the age of 14, I was fluent in Latin, Greek, French, and of course English. Both of my parents stressed the importance of the arts. I think that's what helped shape me into the poet that I became. I first started writing when I was only 7 years old and realized I had a gift. At the age of 12, I wrote a book of poetry entitled Incognita that my parents tried unsuccessfully to get published. An event influenced me was when my cousin gave me a copy of Percy Shelley's poetry. I was so taken with the book that I asked for the rest of his works for my 13th birthday. Following the precedent of Shelley, I became a vegetarian and an atheist, both of which I gave up later. Despite this early passion of poetry, I did not write any poems again until I was 20 years old. My father worked as a bank clerk and was also an artist, scholar, and a collector of books and pictures. His rare book collection of more than 6,000 volumes included works from all over the world. My mother was a very well-known pianist and had a very strong belief in Christian faith. Together, they encouraged me and my sister to pursue a life of literature. As a matter of fact, I did. I inherited substantial music ability through my mother and composed arrangements of various songs. Although I was talented at composing, it simply wasn't my passion. Even after being begged by my parents to stay and pursue this career, I couldn't bring myself to it. I loved writing poems and nothing could stop me from writing them. I was living in my parents' house, 34 years old and single, when I read Elizabeth Barrett's poems. She was a famous poet. After corresponding with her for a few months, we met in person. We fell in love and we got married a year later. Elizabeth's father was against the marriage. He did not want any of his children to be married. We decided to live in Florence, Italy. Our happiest day was the day our son Robert was born. We called him Penn. Since we were both poets and with our knowledge of the arts, I was able to write some of my best poetry, including my most famous two-series book called Men and Women. The saddest day of my life was when my Elizabeth died. Penn was only 12 years old. My favorite poem is Summum Bonum. In Latin, this translates to the highest good. It is about a girl and could be considered a love poem. In fact, I have a copy to read to you right now. All the breath and the bloom of the year in the bag of one bee, all the wonder and wealth of the mine in the heart of one gem, in the core of one pearl all the shade and the shine of the sea, breath and bloom, shade and shine, wonder, wealth, and how far above them. Truth that's brighter than gem, trust that's purer than pure pearl. Brightest truth, purest trust in the universe, all were for me in the kiss of one girl. Alright, thank you, Michael.